What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, the guy that everybody loves to hate, Mr. DJ Akademiks, seems to be going through some more turmoil in the public eye. This time it seems like he's trying to evade it as much as possible, but we're gonna have to get into it anyway because the chickens have come home to roost on this one, alright? So, most of y'all probably were not aware that DJ Akademiks was planning on doing a live show, a live podcast out in New Jersey. People that are at least a little bit knowledgeable about DJ Akademiks, y'all know that's where he's from. I can't verify what part of Jersey he's from. Somebody would have to give me that information down below in the comments or something. Not that it really matters, but that is where he's from. Therefore, that's where he was doing the show. I guess he thought it was going to be some sort of homecoming. Now, the show was titled Akademiks and Friends, but it was never formally announced who the other friends were, right? So the only person that people knew was coming to the show was DJ Akademiks. The show was set to take place at the White Eagle Hall out in Jersey City, New Jersey, which is also the hometown of one of the biggest podcasters in the game, if not the number one podcaster in the game as far as music is concerned, Joe Budden. I don't even think he was going to show up to the thing. Apparently, nobody else was trying to show up either, okay? Now, a lot of people are speculating online that he was having trouble selling tickets. Akademiks has actually come out and refuted those claims, said that that's not true. He's denying it. However, he did come out and do like a little bit of a stream to try to let people know what was going on with his situation as to why he had to cancel the show. And he basically tried to blame it on the venue. What makes this even more strange is that he had set up a walkthrough to go to the venue to try to make sure everything was supposed to be in place. But instead, he had a stream set up. I guess he was on Twitch. So instead of actually going to check out the venue and seeing what his moneymaker for September 10th would be like, he elected to stay home in his basement and stream live for his online fans. This is very key because he went and sent his team, his managers, and whoever works for him to go to the venue in his place where they did the walkthrough for him. And then somebody on his team ended up asking, I guess, the manager or whoever the person giving them the tour was, if they could have armed security at the venue. At this point, that person got scared, and it seems that they spooked the entire team because they were not prepared to have armed security. Now, if you look at this location, White Eagle Hall, they typically do not have black artists in that motherfucker, all right? They normally have rock bands and jazz bands, you know what I'm saying, local acts. I think the place can hold about 1,200 people to capacity, right? You could have about 800 people if they're all standing. You could fit about 400 people if you're going to do seats. And if you did a combination of both, that's 1,200. But I don't think you would really get that 1,200 in there. Now, in this stream, Akademiks said that there was about 300 people who bought tickets, which to me stood out very firmly because, again, this place could fit 800 standing. It could fit 1,200 all in. But he said about 300 people bought tickets, right? Now, the reason why this is key is because DJ Akademiks has gone out of his way to clown people tremendously in his past. He gets drunk, he goes on stream, and he just talks the most shit that he could find out about anybody. When Lil Baby had to cancel dates on his tour, you saw him go in. When Rory and Mal had dates that they canceled and dates that weren't selling to their fullest, he got on his stream and he talked about how bad they were at podcasting, how they need to hang it up, and how their shows were flopping. But then earlier this year, we see DJ Akademiks do a live podcast at the Roots Picnic, which typically has a lot of people there every year. But for whatever reason, when he went on stage with his live podcast, it had about 10 people max watching him do it. So clearly, folks out in the live and free world that are not online, that are not on his streams, they're not really caring about what the fuck he has going on, and he's having trouble translating into doing live action interaction. Now, I know some of DJ Akademiks super fans and fanboys, they got mad at me when he came out and said some things about Erykah Badu, and I was on the side of Badu, right? So I'm sure some of those same fanboys are going to think that I'm over here hating. They're thinking that I'm trying to get clout off of DJ Akademiks' name, but I'm simply just reporting the news as it comes across my desk. As y'all should already know on my channel, I don't celebrate anybody's downfall, but at the end of the day, when you talk about people and you speak on their names in the most disrespectful way that you can, you talk about how they're flopping, how they can't sell no tickets, and then you turn around and are having trouble selling tickets to your own show, the show is only about 10 days away and you only sold 300 tickets out of an 800 standing room cap, yeah, it seems like you're in the same boat as those you were criticizing. I'm going to play the audio from DJ Akademiks so you can hear it coming out from the horse's mouth. All right? So let's get into that.
2 days ago, I streamed, right? Remember in the stream, I said, yo, I have to go to do something. I scheduled a walkthrough of the event. So I wanted to walk through I've never seen a venue. I wanted to walk through it because now I got to come up with the show. I've hit mad people to come out. I want to know what I'm going to do. Okay, maybe I do comedy for 15 minutes. Maybe I just host right here. Maybe I do I got to figure this out, but I got to see how the venue looks. I wanted to go. It was supposed to be at 4 o'clock. I streamed in the morning. The stream, because I didn't stream a couple days before, went long. I told my team, yo, y'all go to the walkthrough. I'm on stream. I cannot get off stream. Like, y'all would have been tight if I just, well, yeah, I probably wouldn't care, but I wasn't getting on stream. I sent my team to go do the walkthrough. Remember, everything is good. Everything is good. I'm here on stream with y'all, so I do not go to the walkthrough. Now, granted, I'm the one who wanted to do the walkthrough because I wanted to see the event. I want to see when I'm standing on stage, okay, how does the balcony look? How does this, I wanted to, but I was on stream and like I had to put that time in because I fucked up and didn't stream a couple days with y'all. I sent my team there and I'm thinking everything's okay. They sent me some pictures. I'm like, okay, this is great. This is cool. Like this is lit. I guess what happened the next day, right? So when I found out it was the next day, because y'all sent it to me, I guess my team was trying to do damage control before I even knew about it. They get contacted by the venue that the venue wants to cancel the event. What? I want to cancel the event? Now, I didn't know. They didn't tell me at first. They're trying to talk to the venue to work it out. I get told by y'all, people just saying yo, why the ticket's not available? When I reach out to my team, I'm like, why the ticket not available? They're saying there's an issue. I get on the phone. This is exactly what's told to me. So during the walkthrough, right? During the walkthrough, I don't know who or what was said or to who it was said to, but apparently we had an inquiry. So we're looking around the venue. This is what my team was supposed to be. They're looking around the venue. Apparently they made an inquiry to the event about armed security. Again, I'll always tell the truth. I'll tell the truth to embarrass me and you. I don't give two fucks. They made an inquiry to say, hey, listen, I know y'all have this amount of security. What about armed security? Are we going to have armed security that day? And this is all I've been being told by the venue. They canceled the event because apparently in the history of their time doing events there, they've never used armed security. That request bugged them out. And they said all of their concert staff does not want to work the venue. I tried to get on the phone with them afterwards. I said, yo, whoa, chill. We'll handle security. Why y'all scared? They tell me because of our walkthrough and some of the questions were asked. I wasn't there. I'm on stream with y'all. Some of the questions we asked, their staff do not feel safe doing the event. We're fucking terrorists. I can't believe it. I'm so upset because everything was smooth sailing. And if I guess I'm taking ultimate blame. I don't even want to get into the minutiae of my team or who said what or who asked what. It's just wait, really, I requested that walkthrough. I just didn't make it. I told them to go. But I'm like, what the fuck? I even asked them, I said, what the fuck could you have said to them that have them so spooked? So the event, we got on the phone with the general manager, and the general manager made it clear that their staff does not want to do this because they're scared. And they're scared because of an inquiry during a walkthrough about a fucking armed security. Now, they say they usually use security, right? I was told them, I was like, how do they get spooked? They say they told them their security plan, but apparently they're unarmed. Our people said to them, wait, you can't get armed security? Wait, y'all don't do armed security? And I guess they were like, wait, why y'all niggas need armed security? Then they started getting. They've been unwilling, obviously trying to talk to the venue staff, trying to make them feel comfortable. They've been just unwilling to even, they're like, the staff is scared. We're talking to the general manager. They're like, we cannot do this event. They prematurely sent out a whole thing saying they're refunding everybody's money. They even sent to us, they're refunding our deposit to get the venue. But it puts me in a fucking bind, a pickle. I never did the event to fucking make money. I never did this event other than any reason to just be outside with y'all. That's it. And now I'm left because I feel so much blame. I know so many people have booked flights, booked hotels. People have made severe like, an outstanding reservation to try to get to this event, and I feel incredibly horrible. We have damn near over 300 plus people expected to come, right? And now what happens? So I'm gonna be honest with you. In yesterday and the day when it was the day before, I heard, I was just so upset. I was just willing to cancel it. I was just like, fuck it, man. Like, I'm done with this live shit. Like, bro, I only did this to prove a point. And like, bro, like, again, also here's the thing. If you're wondering why I'm getting into issues, this is the issues you're gonna get into. I'm giving game to people who eventually want to do this. You see, when community, all these people do their tours, they do it with a company that do tours. I don't know if y'all know. I'm doing it literally myself. I literally told my assistant to go hit the club. So again, even as like my team also probably doesn't know how to deal with some of these venues. So again, I want to blame the venue, but then the venue's saying, well, your team spooked us. Who the fuck should I blame? So again, I feel just incredibly bad, and I was just gonna cancel this event. And let me give you the latest status, right? So I told you what happened. This is what's going on. Currently, I am not trying to cancel the events. I know you say he's canceled, but they're supposed to send an email out that though if you pay for a ticket, you're gonna get your money back. I have, and this is a last ditch solution, and I'm gonna go by the comments here. This is me, just like y'all know me. I know how much I love y'all. I'm extending myself. I do not have to. You know, okay? This ain't a ticket issue. Like we're gonna be sold out. This is not a ticket issue at all. Okay, so for any of the haters, it's not that, right? But I feel indebted to y'all, and I approve this today because it's a last ditch effort to try to save the show. But I'm asking y'all, should I even do it?
All right, number one, he says, should he have opened up with a comedy set? Nigga, in what world are you a comedian? Doing a comedy set? What, you gonna hire somebody to come do it? What, you gonna get DC Young Fly, my nigga? You definitely not getting up there doing no motherfucking comedy. I don't know. Has anybody seen DJ Akademiks get on stage doing a comedy set for 15 minutes? You know how long 15 minutes actually is on stage? Especially a man of his stature. Moving along past that, I will shoot him a little bit of bail on the security situation. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now, for a venue that has never had to have armed security there because of the demographic that typically comes to the shows, I could see them being a little bit scared. I could see them being defensive. I could see them, worrying about insurance issues. The show's already not doing all that well in the box office, right? Now, Akademiks is clearly sitting here saying, for all you haters out there, we're not having a problem selling tickets. The show was going to sell out. Well, what is the reflection that showed you that the show was going to sell out? Because you came out of your own mouth saying that you had about 300 people that was coming and that people were making accommodations and traveling and doing stuff like that. What about the other 500? Again, the show is just a few days away. And now you're saying, hey, should I still do it? How are you going to still do it if the venue gave you no clearance to do so? You're going to find a new venue within the next 4 or 5 days or something and do promo and all of that stuff and redirect all of your current ticket holders to the new spot? Is that what you're going to do? I doubt it. But if you did, bravo. We just have to see how the aftermath goes. But the information that's being transferred at this current moment, in my eyes, it's not making sense, especially as somebody who's done events, somebody who's participated in events. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's in the business, in the culture. It's not sounding all the way 100. Now, I do think that the venue definitely had an issue with the armed security comment because they don't have rappers. Hip hop seems to be one of those sensitive genres when it comes to venues. There's a lot of venues around the nation that just will not book hip hop related shows or anything to do with melanated folks because they feel like it's a security risk and that somebody may get hurt, injured, shot, killed. They don't want that on their conscience. They don't want that happening at their venue because then it stains their legacy, it stains their reputation, and it makes people not want to be there. So I do understand all of those things, but I'm kind of curious as to what will make them outright cancel the show. Unless somebody threatened them, they felt like they weren't going to be able to make back money that they were investing. Something along those lines would be the reason for a cancellation. So I think he's capping. I think his team went ahead and made some moves without him. I don't understand why you would book your own walkthrough to go see the place and then have your team go when you personally wanted to see how you were going to be able to interact with the room, how you were going to be able to set it up. Pictures, video, stuff like that, that can assist you, but it's nothing like being there. But this should be a lesson for Akademiks. He said he's been thinking about getting out of the live show game. I think you should, guy. Clearly, being on stream for your people was more important because you're able to reach a worldwide audience, so you could have a couple thousand people a day watching you passively, just like the streaming game. A lot of people out here, they could get massive amounts of streams, but then when their albums come out, people aren't buying it. When they go on tour, people aren't really doing as well in ticket sales. It's the same thing that the artists are going through. And I'm not trying to say this as a laughing matter. I think all of this is relative to each other, is that people are trying to come out the house less and less, right? Especially for dedicated events. People are more prone to buy tickets to festivals these days because then you get to see all of the people that you want to see for one set price, and you're not going to 12 concerts a year paying $300, right? Yeah, you're saving a lot of money to do that. But unfortunately, once you condition an audience to being able to do that, when you have an individual show, an individual event, it makes it a harder sell because it's like, why would I come out the house to see this person or these three people when I could see y'all next time you come in town with 12 of my other favorite artists? Akademiks and Friends. This wasn't just going to be a DJ Akademiks show, but they never revealed who the friends were. I think that was also a contributing factor. Like you say, it's other people coming, but shit, before I pay out my dollar, who else gonna be there? I think DJ Akademiks definitely makes enough money going live on streams, getting money from Spotify for his off the record show. So he really doesn't have to do this. He's not really a podcaster or anything like that. He doesn't really have much to uphold. So yeah, just do your thing. Be a backyard nigga, be a basement streamer. Go back to your roots. You know what I'm saying? You had the mainstream with Complex and Joe Budden for a while. You've been able to get way further than anybody else from the sector. You've definitely spawned endless amounts of channels that speak like you, talk like you, act like you, report like you. You've done everything that you can. You've maximized your opportunity in the space, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I think Akademiks definitely needs to think about what his pivot point might be. Maybe cleaning up his act, maybe going into radio, maybe trying to transition into TV. You know what I'm saying? Doing something that puts him in a positive light, puts him in a more of a reporter, journalist type of light, because eventually trying to be public enemy number one, that shit's gonna fade. We only really talk about Akademiks when he's talking negatively about somebody. Nobody knows anything good or positive or productive about him. So again, I think he needs to start thinking about what the next thing is gonna be. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I'll see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.